Storytime. Advice to my awakening brothers and sisters. Someone is awakening. Watching my spiritual journey may have been the catalyst to initiate their awakening. They are starting to see some of the things that I've described the same way that I see them. And in that, they are realizing that the reality that has been quote unquote painted for humanity is not what it seems. That is the Matrix. I don't believe everybody's quote unquote Matrix is the same. I don't believe that everybody is put into a matrix. I believe that this simulated environment situation is something very specific that the powers that be have developed to contain and oppress divine beings that they feel are a threat to their quote unquote power or their control. To my awakening brothers and sisters, you are safe, and it is safe for you to feel safe. Collectively, no matter how many of them that there are, they are more afraid of us than we are of them. And it is because once any of them enter into our energy, into our matrix, we control everything about them inside of it. This is why the powers that be, the hidden hands that control it all, they use your friends, your family, people that are already in your close circle to do their bidding because they wouldn't dare step into your reality. Let me explain it like this. Divine being, before you incarnated here, you and the Most High God agreed that you would complete a divine mission. At some point, we all knew that the mission would be like this, that once we incarnated in these human vessels, that we would suffer similar consciousness constraints, mental constraints as a human because we have their anatomy. And that is why before you incarnated, it is the same with me. You and the Most High God designed a blueprint for your awakening. Knowing who you are, you and the Most High God designed a blueprint of circumstances that, in essence, once they took place in your life, they would lead to you awakening to your spiritual identity, your spiritual authority, your divinity, and your purpose. I'm going to give you the cheat code of all cheat codes in defeating the Matrix. I'm going to give you a few. First of all, if you are a divine being awakening to the fact that you are in the Matrix, I don't care how many of them there is, they are more afraid of you than you are of them. Number one. Number two, you are safe. They know not to harm us. You are safe, and it is safe for you to feel safe. Number three, inside your matrix, you are in control. That's the biggest illusion that they have. That they control your life, that they control your outcomes. And they may, you know, they may do a lot of, circus clown acts, pay people to do this and do that to make it seem like they're in control. They absolutely are not in control. Once they interact with your matrix, you have control over all of them. If you've been following my story, you should know what I'm saying is true. Everybody who brought themselves into my reality, who aligned themselves in my fate, who tried to control my destiny, everybody from the top to the bottom, I was then able to control their outcomes and their fate. They didn't think that I knew that. So I pretended like I didn't know that. And I let them involve themselves in droves so that once the most amount of people were involved, then I would reveal myself to be the author of my own story. Something that I knew I always was, I've known for a while. But listen, divine being, awakening divine being, brother, sister, listen. This is the main cheat code. I want you to imagine your reality like this. Imagine yourself like a video game programmer. Imagine if, let's say, the NPCs inside your program started going wild. Imagine if you decided to go into the video game in order to figure out what was going on for some purpose so you could fix something for your whole video game. But you knew once you entered into the video game, you would enter into it in a state where at first you wouldn't know that you were in the video game. And not only that, the NPCs inside the video game, you knew ahead of time they were going to try to trick you into forgetting that you programmed the game. Divine being, you control your reality. You control your matrix. Anybody who interjects themselves into it, they become your NPC. You control them. That's number one. Number two, many of them were pre-programmed. Whatever people are doing in your life, they were pre-programmed by you and the Most High God to do that, to awaken you to your spiritual identity, to awaken you to the fact that you are in a video game, to awaken you to the fact that you are a video game programmer, to awaken you to the fact that you came into this video game for a particular purpose, and to awaken you to what that is. They are more afraid of you than you are of them. You are safe, and it is safe to feel safe. This is your game. This is your reality. And the more of them that pour into it, the more of them you can control. You're looking for the cheat codes? You have to go within. You program this. You have the cheat codes. They will never have them. That's why they're more afraid of us than we are of them. Because they know that once they enter into our reality, once they come into it, that we control everything about how they interact with us. Basically, there are puppets on a string, which is why they try to send in handlers and avatars. They're somewhere sitting pretty far away, and they sending in people. That's why they won't come to us directly. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. But you are safe, and it is safe for you to feel safe. It's your game. You programmed it. Maybe you don't remember, but you don't have to remember you programmed it to come out a winner. You know why? because it's your game. You don't have to know the cheat codes. You can rewrite it. You can reprogram it. You can change the rules. You decide what happens in your game. And anybody who decides to interact with it, you then control how they interact with your quote unquote game. You are the author of your own story, divine being. That's why they're afraid of us. Because they know that once we wake up to the fact that we are in control of our own reality, they know that once we wake up to the fact that them being in power and control over us is an illusion, they know that once we wake up to the fact that we are the ones that rule this world because we are backed by the Most High God, they know there's really nothing that they can do about it. You are safe. It is safe to feel safe. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. You are the video game programmer. It's your reality. Anybody who interacts with it, it's a blessing because you control the outcome. You don't have to know the levels. You don't have to know the rules. You don't have to remember the cheat codes at first. You can make it up as you go. It's your game. It's written for you to win because it's your game. And once they come into your game, there's no other option but for them to lose to you. I hope that helps. Listen, it's one heck of a journey from one divine being to another. It's worth it. Just enjoy the ride. It's going to be like the best time you ever had if you think of it the way that I just said. Good day. God bless. Good luck, even though you don't need it.